Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to my reading of A History of Murder. I'm Brooke Peterson, and today I'm going to be reading some more. We are up to chapter 31. This is going to be the second part of chapter 31. Before I get started reading today, though, I do have an exciting announcement, which is that I have an actual professionally produced audiobook of A History of Murder in the works. So that's super exciting for me because, as you guys know, that's where this channel started, was my hope that I could get my book into audiobook form, and we're going to be doing it with a professional narrator. So that's coming soon. That means that there will probably not be very many more of these episodes here on YouTube. I will likely leave something up that's just a short, maybe first 1 or 2 chapters of myself reading it for people who want to tune in. But I will have more information soon to come on that audiobook production that will be available on Audible and Amazon and iTunes. And I will also have some free copies to give away, and my first choice is to make sure that you guys who've been here with me from the beginning of my little production are some of the winners of those. So stay tuned, stay subscribed to the channel, and I'll share more with you soon. So tonight we're going to start the second half of chapter 31. If you remember, when we left off, Chloe had decided that she was going to go up to the parking area of the waterfalls where they had been the day that Christy died. She was going for it. It wasn't as far as I remembered to get to the now paved parking lot. The area had been landscaped with flowering bushes. A sign read, "Angels Park." I felt my throat tighten. It must be for her. I unhooked my seatbelt and opened the door. I crossed the pretty little area and went to stand on those large, flat rocks, perfect for picnicking and sunbathing. "Chloe?" I startled. "Don't be scared," said the voice. I looked to my left. From behind a nearby tree, a male silhouette was moving from a sitting to a standing position. I took a few steps in his direction. It was Blake. He was wearing a suit and came walking towards me. With the same easy lope I remembered. "What are you doing?" "I come here sometimes," he explained. I suddenly felt very uncomfortable. "I think this was a mistake. I better go." I took a step. "Wait, can we talk?" Blake reached out for my hand. I pulled away. "What could you possibly have to say to me, Blake? And here?" "It's not about this place. It's about your grandma." "What about her?" "I went to Chief Garner today. I told him that Lily absolutely couldn't have anything to do with Art's murder. I'm going to be mayor after all. My opinion matters." I wanted to laugh, but thought better of it. From what I knew of Chief Garner, he didn't make decisions based on people's opinions, no matter how self-important those people were. Garner made decisions based on evidence. Blake looked out over the water. "I come here whenever I want to remind myself to do the right thing, not the easy thing." I felt my hands clench into fists, and I glared at Blake. "The most traumatic event of our lives happened here, and you turn into a greeting card writer?" "I'm sorry," he backpedaled. "I mean it. I know I was wrong. I never should have let you go through that alone." "Well, I did, and it was terrible. There was just so much pressure on everyone from Christy's parents. I got scared." Blake paused. "I'm sorry, Lo. Could we wipe the slate clean? Get back to how it used to be?" It was like time stopped for a moment. No birds chirped. Even the river's rushing seemed to calm. "How what used to be, Blake?" Blake shrugged. His eyes looked glassy, and he rubbed a hand through his perfectly coiffed hair. "Us. I mean, if you're going to be back in Jericho Falls—" "I'm not," I said without emotion. "I would not, could not come back to this town and be expected to pick up right where I left off. Not by Blake, Not by anyone. What about your grandma, Chloe? She asked me to come back, I admitted. I chased away images of her growing older, having to care for the huge mansion all alone. Then why not? You could start school at LCC. My eyes narrowed. What makes you say that? He gave an innocent shrug. Lily told me about the scholarship. She said she was going to mention you to her professor friend at LCC. So she had put Dr. Dunning up to the scholarship invitation, and she was giving reports about me to my ex-boyfriend? These weren't points in Grandma's favor. I've been gone too long, Blake. My life is in Idaho now. They have colleges there too, you know. Blake looked out over the water. He picked up a flat rock and flicked it with his wrist. It skipped across the water 3 times. Something's been bothering me, I said. What? Jeannie told me that you and Art met a week or so before he was killed. Want to tell me what that was about? Blake's expression changed. It took him a moment to speak. I've been meeting with constituents. It's embarrassing, I suppose, but I was asking for his vote. Was Blake telling me the truth? The look on his face didn't seem like embarrassment, more like he'd been caught doing something wrong. When I didn't respond, he asked, If you're dead set on leaving town, will I at least see you at the ball on Saturday? A sinking feeling filled my chest. Why had I told Bree that I'd go? The Founders Ball was the last place I wanted to be Saturday night, especially if it gave Blake any false hope of my staying in town, or worse yet, that we might go back to how it used to be. But the ball was my only chance at getting all the suspects in Art's murder together to see them interact. I'll be there. Good. Blake displayed a triumphant smile. It only lasted a second. But only because I promised Bree. I left him standing alone on the river's edge. All right, everybody, that took care of chapter 31, and I am going to finish chapter 32 next, so tune back in. If you enjoyed today's chapter, please give me a thumbs up. And like I said, stay tuned here on this channel. Even though the book won't continue indefinitely, I'm going to have more goodies and share book reviews, and I have lots in store for this YouTube channel. So I hope you'll stick around. Thanks. Bye-bye. See you next time.